Danganrompa. Hello everybody, Super123 here, and it's time for some more Danganrompa! So, last time, we were just about to enter the trial. So without further ado, I think it's time. Here we go! Oh yeah, we haven't talked to everyone yet about the whole trial, so let's do that right now.
Shall we go?
Shall we begin?
Well then.
I will uncover the villain who performs such heinous acts on a weaker individual. You ready? We doing this? I don't know why the killer did what they did, but
Count on it!
I'm sure it'll work itself out! Justice always prevails! Right, bro?
Hey, come on.
Heckin' Toko, man. What's got her so worked up? There is something odd about Toko's behavior. I do not think mere shock is enough to explain it. Or wrong one. You. I guess I wasn't much help at all this one. I gave you plenty to work with. Show us how far your logic can take you. That's everyone? That's everyone. Okay. We have no choice, right? We have to do this.
It's true.
Yes. I gave a small nod in reply. With one last deep breath, I walked towards the elevator on shaky legs. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. As soon as everyone was on, the elevator began to descend. I couldn't get a handle on my emotions. Couldn't stop speculating. The steel box sank with heavy clunking sounds deeper and deeper into the ground. And as we went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew bigger and bigger. The elevator was unaffected, however, and continued to descend without hesitation, until finally, it came to a sudden stop. What do you think? I redecorated! Isn't it so fresh? Isn't it so exciting? Don't waste our time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with.
Very
Good, good! You're raring to go! Gotta say, I don't hate it! Not at all!
well.
Okay then, let's get the show on the road!
Thrills, chills, kills.
Everyone, find your place, and please find your assigned seats! It's showtime! And so the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly everything. We get it. A deadly class trial. Probably could have waited to do that last. I probably could have done that last time, but. Let's see, do I have anything else? Nope, not yet. Then we have a bunch of information. I have a feeling I know how this one goes. Now with that out of the way, let's rock and roll! Trial! All rise!
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon!
It was bludgeoning damage. First we have to make clear what was used to deliver the fatal blow. I wonder who the first no dummy will be delivered to. The locker room doorbell.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head.
Okay, I need a reminder of the controls real quick. Silencer is the right mouse. Left mouse is shoot. Mouse wheel is right. Space is to concentrate, escape. Oh wait, no. How do I fast forward? Control. Got it.
According to the Monokuma file, what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
Oh wait. You think you have some proof that contradicts what I said? Oh no, I didn't mean that.
Chihiro's, it appears it was...
According to the Monokuma file, what kind of blunt? I bet it was an iron pipe.
No, you dummy!
Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell, found at the scene of the crime? It was covered in blood, and there was nothing
I didn't
else
expect
at the
it to be
scene
that
could have
blatantly
caused
obvious.
that
I'm
kind of
gonna be
injury.
honest.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell. As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
You looked at her head wound?
Yay! That's so creepy!
Yes, moving on.
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
What? For real?
Chihiro's killer is
Genocide Jack.
the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Yep. Genocide Jack, the fiendish serial killer. Did he really kill Chihiro? Exit out. A new element has been added. Yes. For this debate, lines of white noise will appear. Your truth bullets will disappear if you hit the line, so think of them as obstacles. But there's a way to keep white noise from getting in your way. Right mouse to attach a silencer, which can be used to shoot the white noise. However, if you shoot actual mark with your silencer instead of white noise, time limit will decrease. So take careful aim when you have your silencer out. Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all. So I gotta shoot away the white noise.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for it.
No, you dummy!
I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
I did, and I looked at it in a very memeable way. Anyways,
That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So let's forget about that for now. More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
No. It's actually bloodlust.
thank you.
But more important is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
The other characteristic of every Genocide Jack case, which the world at large doesn't know, if I'm not mistaken, it has to how the victim was positioned.
I got it!
I am smart!
Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way. So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
No fucking way!
Language!
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes, in fact, It's Toko. Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
You lie!
What? Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has, like, bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Kinda has multiple
Is
personalities.
Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Well, yes, but actually no.
Another riddle? Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
It's not complicated. Come on, guys. You can follow up. It's real for sure, but I feel like I understand it. What it means for Genocide Jack to be Toko, but also not Toko, the answer is that she's multiple people, right? Find the letters! I don't know what the word is supposed to be. Not Z. No. Oh. Is it a B? No. Okay, seriously, what the heck? What word is this supposed to be? No, I want to restart. Ah! Okay, what word is it supposed to be? This one is unfortunately controversial. It's not surprising you didn't get it. Ah, okay. But also, hello, Just Monica 2020. Thank you, and thanks for dropping by. Because, like, in all honesty, I know what the answer is, but...
Let's begin if you can...
Alright, let's just quickly skip forward.
Chihiro's, it appears it will...
According to the Monokuma file, what kind of blood?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
Interesting.
Dang it.
That certainly would...
Poor Chihiro.
Or skip a little
Chihiro's,
too
it
ahead.
appears it will...
According to the Monokuma file, what kind of blunt in...
I bet it was an iron pipe.
No, you dummy!
No, that's wrong. Can we... It was covered...
And the wound as far you.
If, although, what? Chihiro defeat.
Not at all, because I already heard it. Alright. And then just before we get to the thing, we'll do a quick save, and so that we'll actually be able to just jump back if we fail again.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure.
Case closed.
As far-
But that's impossible.
Why?
What makes it
Well, I mean, there's just no proof.
No, that's wrong! No, you dummy!
What?
I found... I guess it's some kind of...
What?
The why of it is more according to the file. The first, but
Never made public?
why don't you?
And the trait is... How the victim was...
I got it!
I'm smart!
Apparently, other than the killer...
However,
And she was
so
in
there's
position.
only one. It's because no.
You're saying...
Yes.
What?
Genocide Jack's
Hey, Toko has, like...
is Toko.
Another riddle.
Alright, real quick. How do I open... F1. Got it. And system, save, here. Alright. Now I'm ready. So, she has multi-personality disorder. But what 6-letter word is it even supposed to be? R? No. hint. If you think you know the answer, try shortening and be a little in. No. Okay, yeah, that's definitely not it. Hey! Aw, dang it, I have to go through it all.
I refuse to give up yet!
Alright, take 2. Yeah, it's pretty unreasonable. I agree with that. If you want to give... You know what? I will accept a hint. What is the first letter? S. Oh. See? I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to think of how it's spelled. N? No, that's not it. T maybe? There we go. Ah, yes, that's it.
Now I understand.
That's the word.
Is it because Genocide Jack has a split personality?
Huh?
I think I read that somewhere in the file, too. They thought that the suspect might have... What did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
That's the word.
Oh, okay. But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
One thing that shows Toko could have... Her behavior
I
changed.
got it!
I am smart!
You're talking about how she started acting totally different than usual, right?
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
She was pretty creepy. I'm fine! Whoa, is that a dead body? Are you dead? She must have hit her head real hard when she fainted. The one has a front and a back, a top hanging and a bottom, a sea of truth and a web of lies. This is quite concerning. I mean, she sounds completely different.
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can't handle blood, and one that obviously can.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
Yep. That must have been it. I won't let Genocide Jack have control. I'll drive out the killer. Drive out the murderous fiend.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
What?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
How? Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time. And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
What?
You promised. I can't believe you lied.
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to.
Dang, that's harsh.
This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale. Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise,
I'm sorry. I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry. Never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again.
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me. That's the only reason I promised.
how many times do I have to tell you? I never said that, but you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I tried. I swear I tried to control it,
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person? You don't mean...
Toko's body suddenly lunged backwards. A huge thud echoed across the courtroom, but in the next second...
Well, hello there! Is it me you were hoping to see? What the heck? So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
Your name tag kind of spoiled that already, but nice to meet you.
What the fuck is this?
Language.
Toko, what happened to you?
Not Toko. That's a loser name. And what happened is a textbook split personality. So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's faults.
Most definitely a script flip.
So intense.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
Nobody once have said that ever.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
This is the murderous fiend, Genocide Jack? This is beyond insane!
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation.
I like that little gentle
What are your
face of
thoughts on that?
Genocide Jill.
Well, I'll tell you, I am the mastermind of all masterminds! Just kidding!
Then it's not true?
Of course it's not true. How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid? And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless. I mean, they just let this idiotic, bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town.
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people.
You gotta go, but good luck. Thank you so much, Just Monica. Thanks for dropping by.
It's a necessary evil if you want to survive.
Ooh, if it's your
The
favorite,
act
I'm gonna
of
look
living
forward to it.
itself causes pain for everyone. Just kidding again!
I forget who's the killer in Trial 2, lol. Well, don't spoil it for me, Moose.
This should be enough to convince you.
Or at least don't try
This
to.
murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death.
In all honesty, it's too early, so X to doubt.
There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed. Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
Huh? What?
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah. I could never believe a word you say, you monster.
Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. What she said. I need to get more details about all this. Let's go. Is that some dead body?
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof do we need? Give it up. You killed her.
I think I know where I need to shoot this. Okay, so I have to focus on the remaining on remembering Chihiro's body. That must have an answer. That should prove what he said isn't quite right.
Sorry, but I didn't kill him.
You say that, but do you really?
Perhaps if you had an alibi.
Oh, an alibi, huh?
When you compare your past murders, the modus operandi...
No, you dummy!
No, that's wrong.
Also, I don't think your chat thing is working. Oh, shoot, you're right.
Are the methods of murder really exactly
just a
the
sec.
same?
Let me see if I can fix
I'm
that.
not so sure about that.
Chat. Properties. All right. Try saying something out, Moose. Otherwise, if it didn't work, I'll try working on it after stream. For now, on with the case.
I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Uh-oh, you don't know?
There? Dang, it didn't work.
Well then, human garbage, let me tell you! I murder with passion and conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using Ragu or Chef Boyardee.
As for that 15-second delay, you can try pausing and unpausing the stream. That should help catch you up.
This is no creation of mine.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense. There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
There's one clear difference between the murders. In the photos from the other Genocide Jack cases, look at the neck and the stomach. The victim's fatal
I've got
injury.
it!
I am smart!
For one, the cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors. But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Part of that delay, Moose, part of the delay between Twitch and the stream is because you need to have, in most like kind of live streaming kind of things, you need to have at least a 7-second delay or whatever because of.
Wouldn't
I
it be
forget the
strange
exact
for
reasons,
someone who
but
kills the same way
I could
without
explain it
fail
later.
to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right. In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce.
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking?
So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
That's right. The second difference is related to how she was suspended. In the photos of the other Genocide Jack cases, all the other victims were stabbed through their hands. what was used to suspend her?
I got it!
I'm smart!
Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
It wasn't ropes, it was extension
What
cord.
is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them.
A pair of scissors.
Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
And guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement. Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else? Big Mac said there's 2 differences, but he's wrong.
You would.
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Listen
That's
up,
a dumb
Big Mac.
nickname.
There's actually one more difference.
Huh?
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case. There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
Oh, I think I know it.
Pattern?
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
Let's see. There's a pattern surrounding the Genocide Jack victims, and Chihiro didn't fit it. If you look at the names of every victim, what you notice is I figured it out! Chihiro was a female! I am smart!
Is it because Chihiro was a girl?
Bingo! Bullseye! Right on the money!
What are you talking about?
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
Ken Hara, 32. Tetsujo Honda, 17. Soji Gaku, 23. Kano Issei, 14. Takeshi Yoshida, 30. Bunch of names.
They were all guys?
That's right! The people I killed with such passion
I strive to
and
be as
conviction.
dedicated as Genocide Jill.
Adorable little man.
I mean, on one hand, respect. On the other hand, please don't.
I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
The hell is wrong with you?
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the mopey side of me just hates it. But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
So since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid. I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely. When you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lowly cur!
Lowly? Cur?
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect!
That does make some amount of sense.
Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
Oh no.
Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world scissors!
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Au contraire!
Are you sure about that? Da-da-da-da!
Oh no!
She's fully equipped!
Imagine how freaked out everyone would be if Monokuma added a timer to this.
That's right! So I can kill anywhere, anytime! Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side?
What? Wouldn't Toko get rid of those scissors if she was trying to subdue Genocide Jill?
Go
Whatever.
ahead, tell me I'm wrong! You can't, can you? Gutter dogs, all of you! Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. So rope's totally out of the question anyway.
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really
Yo,
be
how goes the
innocent?
crime? It goes smoothly, I guess. We found a serial murder, but it turns out they're innocent. So yeah.
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had
yep.
to be the real deal and not some copycat killer
Hey,
or whatever.
that's Danganrompa for you. Actually, hold on. There is one person. One person who could have copied Genocide Jack's cases. Select someone. The person with the knowledge in the first place. Dang it, I can't select Monokuma. He would totally do it. Byakuya.
Here's my answer.
I am smart.
Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Then, the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it. The adorable glasses man was behind it all. Oh, I'm on fire!
Stop.
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
Byakuya is also a nerd.
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me. Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
And the locker rooms. They're suspicious. Very suspicious indeed. Wouldn't you agree? Huh? Suspicious? It seems nobody searched the locker rooms. Let's start with the girls' locker room.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
There's a clear contradiction in what Byakuya just said. I need to make it clear to everyone. A new element has been added. Let's check it out. Next we're going to add something called Truth Flashback. If you're in a weak spot and hold down the left mouse button, then you'll memorize that weak spot. Memorized phrase can only be shot as a single truth bullet. If you shoot or change the truth bullet, it will disappear from your cylinder. However, if you can use flashback figures as many times as you want. If you don't seem to have the answer to a lie or contradiction in your loaded truth bullets, it might be wise to memorize a different weak spot and use that to make your case. When's the best time to flashback? Well, you'll just have to use your keen wits, won't you? In that case, though, I will say that if you don't use a flashback, you won't be refuting anything. Well then, good luck and have fun! So I can absorb bullets now!
So, you said Byakuya was acting kinda weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
you absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
No, it's not.
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So, of course, I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
Hearing Byakuya's comment about Chihiro being a girl, I realize there's a clear contradiction there. Because it doesn't make sense how he could have known before we'd even found out.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kinda weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the...
That's a natural...
The victim was Chihiro, who... So, of course, I would suggest we check the girls' locker room. There was no time for pointless...
What's so strange? I wish you'd taken me with you.
The only actually in this case is everyone switching to Ghost, did you just spoil something?
So, you said Byakuya was acting kinda weird before, but he was acting...
If you're presented with the opportunity...
That's a natural...
The victim was Chihiro.
No, you dummy!
No, that's wrong!
Break!
I'll tell you what's so strange about that. Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
No.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit.
I love how over top the animations are. Yeah, they're pretty good.
Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Huh?
Well then.
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
What's with Byakuya's attitude? It's like he doesn't even care. I got him cornered, but he's attacking like it has nothing to do with him.
What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is. I think.
There is more to it. Think about it.
Thank you.
We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
The difference between this case and the other Genocide Jack murders. The evidence that proves Byakuya is responsible is hidden in there. My bullets are Library Destiny.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors.
About
And I
it.
use those same scissors to arrange the body.
No.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life. Obviously,
Ah, dang
somebody
it.
else must have had it hidden away somewhere.
Dang it, I get bamboozled. It is the rope. Okay.
What? The difference? You want me to explain? When I want to kill, I use my and I use those same scissors to...
But Chihiro, it was some kind of...
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something...
Hey, Byakuya, what?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
No, you dummy!
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before. Because, you see, that rope, or should I say...
Extension
that
cord!
extension cord?
What? An extension cord?
Okay, seriously, how did nobody else realize it was an extension cord?
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
Then Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
Da-da-da.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message.
To be fair, dude. You didn't either? Come on!
I
It was obvious!
intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
Da-da-da. He's doing it again! He's totally calm, totally unconcerned. As if he's not even involved. Wait, not even involved?
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Da-da-da.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Huh? Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
You did it in the ladies' room when you are not a lady! Wait. Was that? Something's not right. No, I don't think so. There's stuff. The scene of the crime.
Johnny!
I am smart!
You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown. She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that. How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Well,
because carpets and posters.
I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried
You
there
want to be
later,
funny, but spoilers.
along with the rest of the murder scene.
Food moose.
The rest of the murder scene? That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Hey, Byakuya, did I just take you off guard? When the story suddenly moved the crimes, Byakuya, who'd been so confident up till now, Byakuya never even realized that the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else.
Hey! Don't just move on without permission! What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
Evidence that shows the murder took place somewhere else. There was something that switched between the boys' and girls' lockers room. The posters!
I got it!
I am smart!
The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big-boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange? Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Meanwhile,
Anyways,
the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
yes, your protein coffee!
Protein coffee?
Protein coffee!
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
No, it's not that the stain was scrubbed away. It was moved. To the boys' locker room.
I got it!
I am smart!
The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think? What? In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Why would they go through all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place? To get into the locker rooms,
This is
you
a very
have to
elaborate
swipe
for some
your
cup run.
e-handbook
Indeed.
across the card reader device. But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room.
I get it now. It
She
all
had
comes
no
clear.
way
It's so
to get
clear
into
now.
the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
I highly doubt that.
Thank you, Celeste.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
That's alright, let's see. Is he right? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow? Broken e-handbook. Maybe?
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook! She was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her.
I don't think it's that.
No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
No, you dummy!
No,
Indeed.
I don't
Also,
think
hello,
Chihiro
Red Artist.
used
Glad to see you
Leon's
here.
handbook.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup. Hit the nail square on the noggin.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said.
Hey!
She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just...
Are we good and holy here, or can we swear? We prefer to be good and holy. Thanks for asking, Mr. Red Artist. Means a lot.
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
Cute! Taka, not yet! Is that it then? Chihiro was killed in the girls' locker room and Byakuya was the one who did it? Really? Still, I don't know what else I can do.
Hold on a second. I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
Ah, you're a girl? Cool.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So
why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
What?
And I know what it
What are you
is.
talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Exciting? A trial? Exciting?
Huh? It'll make things more exciting?
Oh boy!
Well, all right then. I declare an official
Don't worry
class
about it.
trial recess.
Huh? For real?
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
So before I even knew what was happening, the class trial had been put on hold. We headed off, with Kyoko in the lead. And where she took us was... the scene of the crime.
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched this place top to bottom. What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
You want to check it again?
Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Examine her carefully?
Hifumi?
Like
No.
using our hand.
No!
Wait!
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything, it's just... based on religious grounds, you know?
Very well. I'll do it.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her.
Missy!
So just leave this to me.
Sakura. What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about? That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Putting her hands together in brief prayer, Sakura then began to quietly examine her body.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What is this?
What is it?
Not possible. It's not possible.
I'm sorry. Sakura's eyes were staring wildly at Chihiro's lifeless form. Her massive frame trembled.
This girl is
what?
Is a boy.
It's a boy!
Ah, I see. So she was actually a he.
So trans.
Interesting.
What? You're joking, right?
I wouldn't joke about this.
I want to know how Kyoko found out in the first place.
Then
Let's not question it. Probably for the best.
Then it's really true?
Chihiro was a guy?
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
But what if he wanted to be a she, huh?
He was a cross-dresser? Oh, I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
That's aged poorly.
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting.
Because it's Kyoko. Excellent answer, Rad Artist. Yikes.jpg. Indeed. Love that.
Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial.
Back in the trial.
I do apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial. We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
And suddenly I remember the fact that this game was made like about a decade or so ago. To think that Chihiro is actually a guy. The thought had never even crossed my mind.
And because the victim was male, he would have had
Also
no
Japan.
problem
That too.
gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Of course his handbook
yes,
said he
Japan.
was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room. And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
This is the most titillating situation!
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
Ah, he's off in his own little world.
Yep.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
Well, yes, but actually
Well,
no.
without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it.
Yes, but actually no.
But I
Don't think it's him.
think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it.
Da-da.
And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy. If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but... it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct, for the time being.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit.
What did I miss? Hey, gamer, so glad to see you here. Jacka just vibed after finding a dead body.
I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
Byakuya, why?
Are you fucking with us right now?
Language!
No, I am not effing with you right now.
Thank you,
I'm telling you
Byakuya.
the truth.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say? Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
You're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore
I wish
every
I could
possibility.
argue like Byakuya. Yeah, that'd be so handy in Among Us.
Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Language, but yes.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
But if Byakuya didn't do it, who's the real killer? Who murdered Chihiro? There's one thing we can be sure that we know about the killer. The killer was able to gain access to the real murder scene, which means the killer is male.
A gun!
I am smart! Since the crime scene was in the boys' locker room, you would need a boys' handbook to get in. Since Leon's handbook was apparently broken, the killer would have had to use their own. In other words, it had to have been a guy. But that's still not enough. I need to find some more clues. Make your argument. So let's count.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Celeste count.
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over.
Shut it.
You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer. And it's not like they're just gonna turn themselves in. Game over, man! Game over!
Yeah! No! Not game over!
Alright, I know. I'm perfect.
Isn't there a single clue that might... Well,
did nobody get... I'm sure if someone saw the...
Perhaps someone saw the victim. Yeah. All we need right now is...
It's over.
You want to know who saw the killer?
No, you dummy! I call those throwers.
I believe someone else did see the victim
Also, yeah,
before he was
Togami
murdered.
did play third and
What do you
this
think,
game.
Celeste?
This case.
Now that you mention it, yes, I did see him.
I call those throwers.
Huh? Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this. The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse.
What about Togami?
I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any
He also saw the vitamin.
And that is when he said something that struck
maybe.
me as rather odd.
I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry, but why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
But here's the actual plot.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much, enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
What a marvelous friendship!
Yes, and only friendship.
The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
I can.
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
Huh?
I do?
You know who the killer is.
I do!
Seriously? Who is it? Who's the killer?
Ask the
Think
killer.
back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on two pieces of evidence that we don't have?
Well, who's your guess?
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
I'm gonna give you an obvious hint. Bike.
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say, but fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket?
The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
I know who. Yeah.
Well, if I
on,
remember
the money.
right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
Does Chihiro's track jacket really hold some clue about the killer? Somehow. It's really hard to believe. Make your argument. Celeste account. I think I'm gonna have to take a point and use it.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
Wait up.
My tracksuit is black.
Wait up. Dang it, I meant to grab the other one.
I don't even have a tracksuit. Because exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit, personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit?
No way.
Not a chance.
You heard him, right? What he...
She's right.
First of all, he was on his way to go, so next we have to... Why did he choose?
What do you mean, this?
I got it! It matched the one...
So,
The killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even... Because exercising...
I have a white tracksuit, but I got it from the
Did any of that really help us?
No way. Not a chance.
That
You
loser's
heard
been
him,
giving
right?
the death stare all
What
day.
he just said with... First of all,
We know where he was on his way, so next we... Why did he choose?
what do you mean, this?
I got it! It matched the one the...
So, what you're saying? The killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as
Oh wait,
him?
dang it. Wrong one. The heck you talking about? Just shut up!
Shoot!
First of all, we know where he was on his way, so next we... Why did he choose?
What do you mean, this?
I got it! It matched the one the...
So, what you're saying? The killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
Okay, a little confused.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed.
He was on his way, so next we... Why did he choose?
What do you mean, this?
I got it! It matched the one...
So, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
My tracksuit is...
I don't... Because exercising...
I have a white tracksuit. I got it from the
Did any of that really help us?
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right?
Where am I supposed to shoot it?
First of all, we know where he was on his way, so next
Exercise.
why did he choose?
What do you mean, the specific?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit. It matched the one the culprit was.
So, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
You want a
My
hint?
tracksuit
Yes, I
is
do.
black.
Where do I shoot this blue tracksuit?
I don't even have it, because exercising.
I have a white track.
I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
For this bit?
Did any of that really help us?
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it?
Here's a hint that a bit more simple than you think. Nate? Oh.
First of all, we know where he was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose?
Wrong one again.
I got it! It matched the one.
So, the killer was wearing the same. My tracksuit.
I don't, because exercising.
I have a white track. I got it from the
Did any of that really help us?
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right?
First of all, he was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose?
What do you mean, the
I got it! It matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My
That's something
tracksuit
you
is
remember?
black.
Okay.
I don't even have it, because exercising.
I have a white track. I got it from the
Did any of that
Okay.
really help us?
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right?
Well, the way they were saying it made it seem like I had to remember.
First of all, he was on his way. So next week, why did he choose?
What do you mean, the
I got it! It matched the one.
So,
The killer was wearing the same...
No!
Oh, you dummy! Finally! Thank you.
Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said,
I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag, and then I assumed he headed off to exercise.
she never said anything about the jacket's color. So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you... You just...
Hey, Celeste, what color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
Blue.
As a matter of fact, it was
I was
blue.
the dumb fool.
And
Aha!
before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because I just...
I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died. That's the only possibility. Cherry?
Mondo
Are
sauce.
you talking about Chihiro?
Very sus.
So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony,
She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. Just like that, she was gone.
when Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
Another contradiction!
It would appear you dug your own grave.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew he did it, to put them on edge.
Mondo sounds like Will trying to explain he isn't the imposter. Ah, come on, Moose! Low blow!
That's right.
Low blow!
However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
Ooh, lemonade candy, that sounds good.
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
The way he was acting.
There was a certain turning point that tipped me off. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently. You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick. And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude. Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
You notice such a tiny detail?
Ace detective! Because I hate him.
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful.
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Ooh. Dang.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Language.
Yeah! He would never do something like that! This is a false accusation!
Hey.
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time has nearly come. That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
I'm not even going to acknowledge the fact that he could possibly have a you-know-what.
Oh yeah, that
Or
reminds me.
pretending to.
Hifumi, weren't you telling me you'd found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Better not.
Actually, you know, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist, then, here it is.
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
You found it on the ground, right? Then it must belong to... Chihiro.
I got it!
I am smart!
We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break
Hey,
one.
Rat Artist, Rat_Artist 176 follow. Thank you so much for the follow. Everyone helps.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? How precisely
I'm putting it all
did the
together.
handbooks get broken?
How did the handbooks break? Hit the weak point for massive damage!
You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
Yeah! You remember that? Sure, maybe I let that slip, but I never told anyone what the weak point actually was. But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession,
But
then...
same, Moose. I wish my phone was waterproof and shock resistant.
Then we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
You're asking me?
We need that info.
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Just tell us already. Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example?
These
Then
things are
allow
cool.
me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is... when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break! I flippin' knew it!
You knew it?
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
Oh!
The temperature in the sauna
And
can
that's
reach
how
over
he figured it
200
out.
degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh?
It all makes sense now. He went in there with his clothes on the other night.
It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin.
Ding dong.
If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Wow, interesting. I learned one new fact today.
Hifumi waited over an hour to mention that, by the way. He did.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
Meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
What if they found out by accident?
Yes.
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that?
I know.
I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa! Seriously?
Yes.
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
He knows it, but he doesn't want to say it. Because the power of their broship. Might have brought their handbook into the sauna. Had to be the one who wore all their clothes in the sauna. It was... Armadillo Head! What did you say about my hair?
Here's my answer. Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What? Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo and Taka
He
had
knows
an
it.
endurance contest in the
But he
sauna
doesn't
not too
wanna
long
admit
ago.
it.
Remember? And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets.
Actually, that begs the question, how big are those handbooks? Are they like small, like phone sized? Are they like iPad? I'm interested in knowing.
And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
Uh-oh, Mondo.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill.
Although I think committing murder kind of breaks a bro code.
I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
Ironically enough, the model Boy Scout person does not believe this evidence. I mean, I don't want to believe it either, but I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
I know what to shoot where. I'm sure Mondo's handbook broke during the sauna shutdown. If I can disprove that, then I'll show that the handbook Mondo might actually be.
Let's test Makoto's if what he said you broke your own handbook. In other words, if then that proves that...
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
No!
No, you dummy!
Mondo, the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
Language?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall, isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually
What do you
works.
mean he wouldn't hurt a fly? He was in a biker gang!
I think he took Leon's
Moose.
handbook and
Very
replaced
true.
it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's, which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's, yes?
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
We already covered
Well,
this.
here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
The 1 a.m. is hurting you and your gamer? Dang, that feels
Well,
bad.
Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so.
Lawful evil.
I'm happy to admit I made a mistake.
That is
but-
Monokuma in a nutshell. Lawful evil.
Son of a bitch.
Language.
What's wrong, bro? Come on, tell him he's wrong. You are wrong. You have to be wrong. Everything you just said is wrong. You made it all up.
That's me and Moose. What else?
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning? That way, everything will become clear, and we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
Comic book time. Let's go. Men's room. He was working out there. I will go there. Wait. Oh wait, no. This would go there. I'll come back to that one later. Rolled up the carpet. This one's a little tougher. Right, that goes here. This goes there. And... Can you spell knife in this fun game? Danganrompa in a nutshell. So I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, that goes there. I feel like I'm misplacing something. can't wait till Will gets the next trial word game. Oh no! It's gonna be fun. I'll go there. Goes in the men's room. Working out. I feel like the dumbbell should go here, but like that's not. Does anybody know what's supposed to go here? I feel. Hey kids, can you spell massacre? Golly! It's just this last one I need to figure out. I might have misplaced one, but let's just try the dumbbell. And if that doesn't work, then I can try again, because I still have time on the clock.
Here's exactly what happened.
Oh.
First, let's take a look back to before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste?
Stuff. Bye. Act 2.
With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room?
Oh, wait. I get it. I get it now. Double there. Card. Right. In. Take two!
The killer is you! With bag in hand, she made her way, but how could the victim, who was a...
There we go. Got it.
Simple. Because she was really a he. Which is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room.
Whoa.
Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him.
Never mind.
It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell.
It can be kind of annoying, but I think these comic segments are rad. I agree. They're pretty cool. The perfect way to end the case.
And attacked him.
Splash.
And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from.
Also depressing. Indeed. But shh! It's cool! Oh no, I killed someone. Shit.
It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned. Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet. Then, removing the bloody poster. And finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course. But this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl.
Card!
After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem. And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work.
And the rooms were switched.
They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch.
then.
That could have been the end of things, but no.
Byakuya thought it was boring.
Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the
And this
situation,
dude.
making things
Then
even more
this
complicated.
dude.
So, after stumbling on, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work. He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body.
Savage.
Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly
And then
message
there's
there at the
Byakuya.
scene of the crime.
Oh, Byakuya.
He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter. And around the same time that Byakuya was putting
I did it
together
for the
this
lols.
facade, the killer, having already disposed of
Is there a
Chihiro's
really
bag and
hiding
other
the body?
belongings, arrived at the
I don't
sauna.
think so.
There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook. And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already
I
wrecked
figured
their own
it'd be
handbook.
discovered eventually.
And that's how it all played out. Isn't that right, Mondo Arata?
This music is so good.
Wait! No, this can't be right. Where's your evidence? Yeah, where's your evidence?
We just presented it.
You need evidence! You need proof!
True, but I'd like to give the killer one... Well, true, but I'd like to give the killer more time, no?
Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him!
Evidence that Mondo's the killer. That already revealed itself early in the trial. If I can somehow show where Mondo's handbook is right now, once I do that, everything will become clear. New limit is bullet time. Oh, brother. This was the part I was worst at last time, so... Fever time and nega time. During bullet time battle, if you press the space key, Fever time! The tempo will be forced to its max. At this point, even if you push the buttons at random, you won't miss. So you can push however you want to destroy the opponent's verbal assault. But this only lasts until your focus gauge runs out, so make the best possible use of your time. Of course, it would be fair if only you got access to special time, right? We're also prepared something called nega time that your opponent can use. If your opponent activates nega time during the bullet time battle, your tempo marker will disappear, making it quite a bit tougher to hit the buttons in rhythm. If you were to activate fever time at this point, no, never mind, I'm sure nothing would happen. I don't even know what I'm worried about. Unsurprisingly, if the action difficulty is set to gentle, the opponent won't use nega time. Yeah, it's quiet, but there is music right now. It's the tutorial music. Really quick, gonna double check the instructions, but... Alright. Lock on, right mouse. Fire, left mouse. Reload, tab. Space is the fever time. Got it. But can you we figured out the killer, but can you prove it? Yeah. In a game? With a...
Show me some evidence! You're wrong! I won't listen! I refute you! False! Show me some evidence! I won't listen! False! I refuse to vote! Show me some evidence! You're wrong! I won't listen! I refute you! False! Show me some evidence! I won't listen! False!
Final striker!
Show me some evidence!
Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him!
This should prove it.
No, you dummy! I personally think a gun solves many problems, but no one ever
thinking
puts
so
it in
far is
practice.
right, Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that.
Huh?
Yeah. I did it. I killed him.
And that's that. A, C, A, B, A. Final result, A! Nice. Also, for some reason, my stream deck isn't working, so I can't do the sounds right now.
What are you saying?
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just... give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with.
Here's a dumbbell with the killer's name on it and its fingerprints. Someone listening to refuting to this. You can't prove it!
Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
Wait! Hold on!
No waiting, no holding on. Time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Grab your lever and give it a yank!
Come on.
Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
We all know, so... Yank. Who is found guilty? Armadillo hair!
What?
I wasn't waiting for... Uh-oh! This time it looked like you got it right again! Yes, it is so! The Blackened that killed Chihiro Fujisaki was... Mondo Adawada!
Unbelievable.
In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Kiyotaka chose the wrong answer. You're treading very close to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimaru. You need to be more careful. I refuse to believe it. There's no way. No way he would kill someone.
Sorry.
What is this?
Why are you apologizing? Why? Why? Why did you do it?
Now then.
Well, it looks like Mondo's taken a vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf.
Actually...
The story of this murder this time is the sad story of two men. Oh, but for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, you could just hit the control key to fast forward the text. Anyway, there once was a young boy, and his name was Chihiro Fujisaki. He had an extremely inferior complex regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak, even though you're a boy. He'd hear things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide it and buried himself further and further into that weakness, to take on the fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen that as his way out. Now nobody will be able to say anything about even though you're a boy. But no matter how tightly he wrapped himself in that shell, the inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside of him, and was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear. Instead, it only grew stronger and stronger. I'm weak.
Weak.
Once the killing game had begun at the school, he had no choice but to accept this fact. After all, this world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of embarrassing secrets. Which, of course, included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. We get what you mean. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy.
Hey,
And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack, the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured being thrust into such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair.
What?
And yet...
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I don't really want to talk about it right now.
But...
I also don't want to leave things the way they are, so maybe I can talk about it later. After I try my best to become strong. Then I can tell everyone. Annoyingly, he used the threat of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
That's right.
Now's my chance.
I want to change.
I'm going to get stronger and accept who I am. Strong enough so that when someone says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay. I'll get better. With that thought at the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action. And so... that day, he made the commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to retrain his mind and body. But sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it.
Hey,
When he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be great to ask for someone's help. But he wanted to tell that person his secret first, and then ask them to help from there. And the person he went to?
Yeah, that's right.
It was me. Yep, it sure was! The biker gang fella had been painfully clear that how important his manly promises were. So Chihiro probably figured that even if he confided in Mondo, his honor would make him keep that secret.
Uh-huh.
Plus, Mr. Macho was the very symbol of a strong man that Chihiro had always aspired to. Maybe talking to Mondo about it will help me give some courage. So he went and asked Mondo to help him become strong. That was his aspiration, and he thought only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to that.
Correct.
So then, that must be why Mondo did what he did, to keep the promise he made to Chihiro. Huh? Did what he did? You mean, that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room to the girls' locker room?
Indeed.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Wasn't that to cover up what he'd done?
Certainly.
That could have been a part of it, but I don't think it was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he made to Chihiro.
But...
how does moving the body keep his secret?
Because
if everyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity. So, he tried to protect Chihiro secretly by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook. See? Aw, he cared. Then, Mondo did all that to keep his promise he'd made to Chihiro, who he'd also killed?
Yeah.
Why would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand! I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? So why did you... Because, no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew it.
So that's what triggered it after all. The possibility of having your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed.
What is this?
That's impossible! Nothing could have been that bad! Something he didn't want anyone to know, even if it meant killing someone?
You're wrong!
It's impossible!
Don't make me repeat myself.
How many times must I repeat myself? To judge others by your own standard is the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can. That's all there is to it. Well, while we're on the subject, why don't I tell you? That embarrassing memory, that secret he didn't want anyone to know.
Hey,
You know what Mondo did? He killed his own brother! Mondo, the ultimate bike gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraff across the country tremble. But the only reason he had that chance to join a gang in the first place was because of a certain someone. It's Josuke! Mondo's older brother name was Daya Owada. Dang it, it's not Josuke. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mondo even got on a motorcycle. Mondo Mondo's brother was the only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated him in everything he did. Mondo was the epitome of the starry-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang. And before anyone knew, it had grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, number one in the gang. And his number two, his younger brother, Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy. But when Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the gang for his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation, began to gnaw on Mondo's very soul. The kid's gonna take over for Daya, huh? Daya created this gang with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Can someone like that really be our leader? All that'll do is make the gang look bad. Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers of the other members of the gang. Which is why...
I
gotta get stronger. Stronger than Daya. Once. Just one time. No matter what, I gotta win.
Don't fuck with me.
I don't care what it takes. I gotta come out on top. And on the night of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. But during the race, tragedy struck. The kid brother pushed ahead with reckless abandon, eager for victory, and dashed into an oncoming traffic. But suddenly... Oh wait, it had Crazy Diamond on the back! It is JoJo! Laying in his kid brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words. My bad, kid. I messed up. Sorry. Of course he knew it was his brother's fault, but Daya never blamed him for what happened. Hey, kid. Rest is up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together. That will say F. No! Cause it's the team. You and me put together. It's the JoJo reaction! It's promise between He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang. In order to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother, he could never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that had caused the accident. And as a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who's bested his big brother. Daya was gonna lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. That became the explanation for what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth. But Crazy Diamond, I can't believe it is a JoJo's reference. He wanted to lead the team so bad, he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother.
I just...
Strong. Strong, 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 strong. And yet, as soon as our killing game began, he realized, no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the lovely, hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. At that point, it was clear I would have no problems shedding the light on his secret. Mondo killed his own older brother. No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. His death, all the guilt I've been carrying around, it would have been for nothing. So that's why Mondo, after I saw what Monokuma had on me, my head filled with a kind of fuzzy uneasiness, and it just started swirling around. Never felt anything like it before. I didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think or say, but after a while, that fuzzy uneasiness turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety, way down in my stomach. It was right around then that Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. Right there, he told me a secret. Seriously? Jeez.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry I lied to you. But why? Why now? Why are you telling me this all of a sudden?
Huh?
Huh? Because, I mean, kept that secret all this time, right? If anyone found out, you would...
But...
Alright, but...
I want to change.
I wrapped myself in lies. I'm weak. I wanted to destroy that version of me forever. His words were like a knife in my gut. I felt like he was exposing the lie I'd been living myself. I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong. It can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us.
You piece of...
So what? You're saying I should just say it?
What?
You're saying if I really
What?
am, I should just be able to tell everyone my secret?
Huh?
Huh? I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness, to try and overcome it. It was the kind of strength I never had. So I was jealous of him. And that jealousy broke me.
What?
Are you making fun of me? I'm strong? Are you messing with me right now?
No!
I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo. I felt like I could hear something starting to creak. Something inside my head. What did he want me to do? What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to just sit back, let my secret get revealed, and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
Damn you!
Why did you have to tell me all that? Are you trying to rub my failure in my face?
I just wanted to...
I just really admire you. I admire strength.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. I am strong. Strong. I'm strong. Strong. Stronger than you!
You son of a bitch!
And stronger than Daya! I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up again, he was laying at my feet, covered in blood. I had the dumbbell in my hand, and I was just staring at him, down on the ground. Hey! I
killed him. I killed Chihiro. Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
Mondo. He was normally so aggressive, so angry. Hid that weak side away from everyone. That was his secret. He sounds like an Ace Attorney villain. A weakness? I don't see it. Weakness that lived in the heart like his, and it turned him cold-blooded. Gosh dang it! Look at him, you see? You're all just like him. For a secret from the past, for a memory, for that he killed another living human in cold blood. He couldn't cut free of his regrets from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. Do you see hope anywhere in there? 'Cause I sure don't. You! Just shut up, you! Go ahead, say that again, I dare you!
Yep.
Okay, I'll say it as many times as I want. Is what I want to say, but... Unfortunately, I can't do that right now, because the time for punishing is fast approaching. Punishing?
It can't be.
You mean... execution?
Well now,
That's what I promised you,
now.
right? The blackened that deserves the peace will be punished.
Ridiculous.
Hold on!
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
No, wait!
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
I said wait!
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
Dang, I have chills up. I have goosebumps from that. I wouldn't word it like that, but yep, it's time. Mondo has Monokuma has his own Mondo hair. The cage of death. At least I won't have to correct his language. Yeah, we. And then he got vaporized. Oh, that's, even worse. He's butter now, don't question it! Well, let us swear, please, you let the game do it. I let it do it because I can't stop him! Laugh at death and your soul will forever be at peace. It can't be my brother! Another murder and another execution. I want to feel again. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen. Great, Monokuma, you broke him. Great Danganrompa cases make you hate the murderer. You can't stop me! As Taka's sad screams invaded our skulls, we were each forced to realize once again. The best Danganrompa cases just leave you feeling bad for everyone. Indeed! But of course he had to. What a disappointment. This is the end of the game? Byakuya?
What is this?
You're completely insane, you know that? A game? One of your friends is dead! Don't you realize that?
Naturally.
Of course I do. Because this game is life or death.
Hey.
I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have a response, except that...
However...
I just don't understand why. Why did you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime?
What?
Why? Isn't it obvious? Because it made things more interesting. Screw Tagami. Yeah, I can see why everyone hates him. His voice was calm, emotionless. Just the voice of death. Like the voice of death. It chilled me to the bone. Last night, when the murder took place, I was in the library as usual.
Honestly.
So you ignored the nighttime rule too. That rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to it.
There is nothing to be done.
Well, I don't particularly care. Please, continue. The night grew late, and I decided to return to my room. It was when I stumbled upon him. I spotted Mondo coming out of the girls' locker room. After he'd gone, I looked inside and saw the corpse. What? You mean he actually witnessed the murder? You were such a fool. He didn't even have the slightest idea that I'd seen him.
Well...
So, you're saying you knew who the culprit was from the very beginning?
That's right.
Indeed. But if that had been the end of it, how boring would that have been? I mean, what a waste of time to just have had the answer revealed right at the beginning. That's why I decided to lend a little helping hand. I thought it would liven things up. You did all that to liven things up?
I see.
So after hearing about Genocide Jack from Toko, you decided to use that to create the fake murder scene? But dang, man. If we hadn't figured out who really done it, you would have been dead too, right? Well, obviously I would have revealed the truth before it reached that point. Well, actually, no, because I got a game over and you did not say a single thing, so, I agree with T-Dos. Screw you, Togami. Of course. Byakuya turned and looked me in the eye. I could feel his sharp eye piercing into me. Thanks to a certain remarkable someone, it never did. And I was able to perform an interesting experiment.
Interesting.
Once I do decide to become the Blackened, now I know who I'll have to watch out for.
Correct.
So that was your reason. Are you satisfied?
Indeed.
Yes, we're done listening to your story. Moving on.
Hey.
There's something I'd like to ask Monokuma.
What's this?
Oh, I'm up next?
You
like to perform these elaborate executions each time, correct? My question is, why? Do you like that? But you know, this punishment, this despair, it's not just for you. All this punishment, all this despair is my gift to mankind itself.
What?
You're over-exaggerating. I am not over-exaggerating! These punishments are meant to transform all hope to despair!
Damn.
What do you mean?
Huh?
Mean? Mean? Mean?
What the heck?
Mean?
Damn it!
Good grief! I don't understand why you have to pick apart every little stupid thing! Togami is some kind of evil. Not sure if it's chaotic or neutral. Whatever, it doesn't matter. In the end, I'm going to stand alone as the victor. And then everything will be revealed to me.
Ooh, how
The noble son of a noble family. Truly, you understand me. I think this is the start of a terrifying friendship.
That's enough.
Shut up. I would never stoop to the level of a childish criminal like you. Let me just say this. And Monokuma isn't kidding. After I have achieved complete victory, you're up next. I'm going to find you and kill you. Understand?
In the name of my family.
In the name of the Togami family, for which victory is a foregone conclusion.
You're getting all riled
Oh,
up!
so cool! It's like you're the main character of a video game or something. No trash mob for you! I swear, whatever it takes, I will kill you. Temper. Sounds like someone needs a nap! And Monokuma is Most quit it with the semi-spoilers. Monokuma's laughter peeled across the courtroom, and the curtain closed on the case of Chihiro and Mondo. But I knew that wasn't the end. The killing game would still continue, because the mastermind wouldn't let it end. Those of us who were still alive, our worst fear and despair kept multiplying. It was the kind of despair that felt like a blind puppy and heck had made more of a future than us. All of our courage, our effort, our friendship, it felt like it amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair. Oh look,
Well,
it's an unknown...
anyway, like I was saying...
It's an unknown figure!
This is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot. Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring? Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it. Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part. You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right?
Insert spoiler 3 here. How could you?
Well, no biggie. Nothing we can do about it now. So just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay? After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
Da-da-da. There's one thing I'd like to ask you.
As long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away.
Who is it? The 16th high school student, I mean.
Ooh. My, you really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything, but... Super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied! Because you see, that's my ace in the hole. And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
Chapter 2. Boys Love to Despair. The end. And then there were 10. To be continued! Da 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 da. I got the crazy diamond! Hey! I may go back to that class trial. I may want to go back to that class trial and actually just do it correctly, but I don't know. Oh.
I know I shouldn't cry, but I've had enough. I can't take it anymore. Getting out of here anytime soon. It's impossible. I can't let myself think about how much I want to get out of here.
We gotta stand! Amazing!
If I keep thinking like that, I might decide to.
Donuts. I need to eat some donuts. That'll cheer me up. Glazed donuts, twisty donuts, jelly donuts, cream-filled, donut holes, malasadas.
Okay.
Oh god of donuts, I'm praying for a wonderful encounter. I'm sorry. Please forgive me for breaking the nighttime rule. Right now, for me, donuts are absolutely necessary.
Huh?
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 Oh, did I say pain? No, I meant fun. Word fun, game fun. Sounds like it's coming from the bathhouse.
But
I'm super scared, but is someone there? It's us, Boop! The next generation legend, Santo Galactic Hero! Well, that's a interesting name. The morning after the conclusion of the second class trial. Everyone met up in the dining hall, just like always. I expected it to start like any other day. That's what I expected, but... Today's count kind of sucks, huh? Toko and Byakuya still refuse to show up. And I haven't seen Miss Asahina anywhere. She said her stomach was hurting, so she's taking easy in her room for today.
Oh.
That is rather unusual for her. Normally she is so full of energy. Which is exactly what makes me worry.
So then...
So it's just the 7 of us then? It looks that way.
How about that?
It's time like this where the committee chairman needs to get things going with a bang!
Impossible.
Or not? Taka hasn't said a word since everything that happened yesterday. One look at his face showed he hasn't slept a wink last night. Must be because of Mondo. Two of them became so close, and then he finds out Mondo killed Chihiro. Then a bullet came flying and killing the fat guy, and there was much rejoice. And then, having to watch Mondo get punished, and nothing he could do about it. Can't even imagine what it must have done to him.
Well...
So, I mean, what's going to happen now? We haven't found any way out, and we have no idea if help's ever gonna come.
It's like...
Now I'm all depressed just thinking about it. We simply have to make the best of things, do our best to get along and live here together in peace. Forget about the outside world and accept this new life. That is the only hope we have now. What? To live here forever?
Well...
Here we have every convenience. We have food, clothes, and every need it seemed to. Why are you dissatisfied? In fact, let me ask you this. What is it about the outside world that you long for?
Is that okay?
Competition, discrimination, victimization, and violence. As society grows, so does its perversion. In which case, is our current situation not... Demon Angel Star, pretty prince, pudgy princess!
Huh?
Here we go.
Maggie, the drill shop owner, the bunny-eared Amazon, Cat Kill Dog Boy, Robo Justice, and the Galactic King, and... What I mean is, there's no Tootie here!
There is nothing to be done.
The mastermind puts such base desires to their advantage, bending you to their will.
You know?
Okay, well, anyway, since Taka's, like, catatonic, as the oldest one here, I'm officially stepping up to take the lead. So, we're all gonna work together and spend the rest of the day searching the school. Searching?
I'm right?
Well, I mean, since the class trial's over and all,
Perhaps.
there should be new places for us to investigate. Yeah, that's the ticket. Maybe we'll find some kind of clue this time.
Well then.
Then once we are done eating, let's split up and begin looking around. But yeah, Tidos, I agree. Scion with, I forget his name. I don't care for him. Do you have any problem with that, Celeste? There may well be a discovery waiting for us which may further enrich our life here. No. Hifumi. I do not like Hifumi. No, the point is to look for clues. Since we were starting to come together, she barged in and ruined the conversation.
You called for me and so I appeared.
Genocide! What? Ah! Nobody called for you! What the? How come it's Genocide Jill and not Toko?
Yes!
God, this place is just amazing! Finally, a place I can just be my murderous self! Which is why I've decided to stop holding back and spread my wings! No more hiding in a cave for me! Plus, I have another battle to fight! The whole killer with a split personality thing is so overdone. I gotta destroy that stereotype!
You SOB!
I'll fight all day and all night to murder those totally slanderous cliches! But you are a killer with a split personality. If she were here, my chances of my cyber would go up at least 10%! Come on, you gotta back me up here. Even the biggest star needs the little people to hold them up. Well, whatever else we do today, first we should eat. We can't do anything on an empty stomach. You're right, let's hurry up and eat so we can start our investigation. So we were forced to eat breakfast with a murderer. And after our much needed but very annoying meal, set to work looking around the school. He's intentionally very cringy, and I hate that it's working. Same T-DOS! Alright. Alright, it's R. And I leave. I believe I need to go... Wait. Oh wait, dang it, that. Oh, that place, this is still boarded up. The gate is still blocking. Am I ever gonna be able to go up that way? And through these gates we go. Up we go!
Could it be?
Nothing's changed on this floor. The only difference is the gate blocking the stairs leading up to the third floor is gone. I guess that's where they want us to head next. I wonder what kind of crazy stuff is up there. Oh, I passed it. Whoops. Ah, it's right here. Perfect. And we're going to the third floor. Whee! The third floor at Hope Seeds Academy. Wonder what we're going to find this time. What's up here? Well, here are the classrooms, so let's just investigate them and look for coins. Getting tired of this. I like the doodles. Clock. I don't look at the clock too much these days. I mean, what's the point? I guess it's me getting used to being here, huh? Pretty empty feeling. Just one of the monitors want to goes on. I'd much rather be able to watch regular TV. Nice. Another metal plate. I guess I shouldn't expect to find any open windows. And then is there anything in the other classroom? The Spare Squadron.
So in the end...
Windows up here are also barred with metal plates. Not surprising, I suppose. So escape still looks impossible. But I'd better check out the other metal plates again, just to be sure. Knowing what time... Oh yeah. I already got all these. I'm just looking around for mono coins at this point. And round. Okay, this little graduating dude is gonna kill me with cutscenes. The rec room. What's in here? Ah, recreation. So this is
Let's see.
a recreation room, a place for students to come and relax. Never would have imagined a school having a place like this. Well, no normal school would. It has a hello, a shogi, even a dartboard with a pool and a pool table. Look at this. They've even provided us with a remarkable number of magazines.
Isn't it wonderful?
Those will certainly be helpful in keeping our boredom at.
Listen up!
Ring, ring, ring! Hello there! Allow me to expound. We got fashion, motorcycles, martial arts, video games, baseball, science, all kinds of magazines.
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Oh, but nothing dirty. This is school after all. If you need a quick fix, check out the swimsuit mags.
So then...
And will you be adding to our collection as new issues come out?
Too bad.
Sorry, no can do. Even if I wanted to, right now the magazines are kinda what?
Watch out!
Whoops! Nothing, never mind, no. Anyway, that's it for my explanation. Bye-bye! What he just said. I know, right? It bothers me too.
Most unfortunate.
Life here would be that much nicer if we could add some new issues once in a while. How disappointing. Really? Oh wait, that was...
There is not...
Oh, it's just the camera, right? There's a copy of Othello here. And a nice. Firm-looking leather couch. Pretty comfortable. And a nice. What is these? Looks like some kind of bottle, but what the heck is it? It's just for decoration. There's a bunch of different magazines here. They even have a bunch of monthly comics, but not getting rid of the updates. What's the point? Oh, a locker. It's a beat-up old locker. It'll be important for plot later. Let's go. Oh, hello.
it would seem...
Well, the third floor opened up this time. After a brief investigation, it looks like there's a physics lab in the art room.
Whew.
I also found a huge machine of some kind in the physics lab. I wonder what it does. Into the art! Whee! At first glance, this looks like any normal art. Something about it seems off. Multiple something. Well, well, look at all this equipment. It certainly scratches that artistic itch of mine. Art supplies, of course, but they also collected all kinds of sculpting tools. Reaction! So, Hifumi, do you like sculpting and figurines and stuff?
Yes, indeed.
Well, normally, I limit myself to 2D, but figurines are like borderline 2D, so it's okay. I don't know how that's borderline, but okay. I'm a fan of Charmbo, Pumpkinhead, and I especially admire anything that Sarubo Manapi makes. Charmbo's ability to express the movement of muscles is exquisite, as seen in his Mama Cat series. Pumpkinhead is like a little sculpture fairy, representing this century's greatest quality. Saburo Manpongi, meanwhile, is known for his Mecha Mesumi series, which led to a worldwide tour. They truly can't be regarded as the Elite Four, but what are your elites missing?
You know nothing.
Well, the Elite Three just sounds stupid now, doesn't it?
Yes, indeed.
Besides, that empty seat rightfully belongs to me. It begins. Today begins my reign as the legendary ruler of the next century. I see. Well, good luck with that. Even here in the art room, there's a monitor. A Venus statue. Yep, definitely art room. There are paintings lining the walls. Is this really art? Just looks like a bunch of crappy graffiti to me. Kinda nice. This is the statue of Neo. I've never really heard of anyone using a Neo statue for life drawing classes or whatever. Is this a statue of Monokuma? Why do you ever want to make something like this? Still, quality is surprising. They're nice. Of course there'd be a lot of coins on the Monokuma statue. Even here there's a surveillance camera. I should just ignore it. Pumpkinhead is a horror movie that got 3 sequels and it is a demon, not... Huh. This is the repository that's attached to the art. It's used for storing, to store different artsy things. What's this? There's something on the floor. Looks like a picture. I stretch out my hand to pick it up. So as if it's on its own, my hand froze. Huh? What I saw in that picture was Chihiro, Leon, and Mondo. They were smiling. What is this? Questions started racing through my head, one after the other. Why is it only these 3? What are they doing together? How come they're smiling like that? Was it taken? Who took it? Where's the camera they used? How'd they get it developed? In the picture, the window in the classroom. There's no metal plating cover on it. Just mean whatever this picture was taken, it wasn't here at Hope's Peak? There was no time to find an answer. All the questions floating around my head were quickly drowned out by... That's mine! Give it back! Monokuma appeared out of nowhere and snatched the photo. And any chance I had at answers evaporated.
Ha!
You peeked, didn't you? Well, they all have some pretty dazzling smiles, huh?
Isn't that wonderful?
They were definitely living their school life. It's like they ripped a page out right out of a book of youth. What's going on with that picture? Do you know? I'm not telling you nothing. Why can't you give me a straight answer? Never mind. I don't even know why I bothered asking. Dolly. I want a cute doll. That was a bad joke and I apologize. Nice. That's a lot of hammers. Stop! Hammer time! There are wooden mallets hanging on the wall. I had to guess, I'd say they use them for making sculpture. And that looks like everything. Also, I bet there's some references in those millions of photos. I'm calling it now. A fourth floor. Let's go! So, physics. Oh wow, that's this is the physics lab. It's like a classroom, or like some kind of research institute. Oh, it's a camera. She obviously has some kind of purpose, but I don't know anything about physics to begin with, so I wouldn't have a clue where to start. Hey Taka, do you think this place is some kind of research institute? Still no reaction. Hey Taka, say, if you're traumatized. Haha, classic Taka. What's that? What's up with this ridiculously big machine?
Watch out!
Watch out! What? What? You want to do some quantum leaping? Huh?
Phew!
That's a time machine! Pretty awesome, right? It was designed by a student right here at Hope's Peak. The ultimate physicist, although they don't go here anymore. They died during the tragedy! Time machine? Seriously? So, you can go back in time? Okay, then let me get in there. I can go back past the... This time I'll stop Mondo for sure! Oh, sorry, not possible. This particular time machine can only go back in 1 minute. Something handy when you like, leave your pizza bagels in the microwave 1 minute too long. 1 minute?
What?
You sound disappointed. But actually, I was lying about the whole thing anyways. There's no such thing as time machines. What?
Hey,
Honestly, it's just an air purifier. An air purifier?
in other words,
It produces clean air no matter where you're at. With that thing, you could even live on Mars. But what with the discombobulating gravity and deadly low temperatures, you probably don't want to live on Mars.
you guys...
Anyways, this machine is the only reason you guys have all this delicious air. So don't go messing with it. You break it, and it's your butt. This huge thing is just an air purifier? More than that. Yep, still broken. Gosh dang it! Did it nice. I feel like the monocoins kind of just broke all tension that was there. Did it nice. Deeper in we go. This is the equipment room. Super disorganized, and there's a strange chemical smell near. Ah, this place is so relaxing! So calming! The smell of formaldehyde is almost unbearable! Oh boy, it's everyone's favorite character! It's so tempting! I just wanted to dunk myself right in it! Uh-huh. Of course Genocide Jack likes it. That just goes to show how disgusting it really is. Okay, so there's only 3 things in here. Pendulums, wheels, rail segments, all the equipment is scattered all over. All covered in dust too. They obviously haven't been used in a long time. This is a tarp. There isn't anything strange about it. It's perfectly ordinary to me. Did it nice. It really is unbearable. A nice long bath in a tub of formaldehyde. That's true happiness. Just thinking about it makes me Ah! Uh-huh. No good characters. I'm out of here. Wait. Oh, this is... It's a digital camera. It's got some kind of weird anime style design on it. Kind of beat up, but it looks like it still turns on just fine. Yep, still works. I should show the others later. Can't forget. I discovered lots of stuff. It's all strange. But I don't know if any of it was actual clue. I'm just getting more confused. Well, maybe I should head to the dining hall and talk about it with everyone else. For now, I should head to the dining hall. Got back to the dining hall. The first thing I noticed was... Ah! Nina? I tried to talk to her, but my voice was immediately drowned out by others as they rushed into the dining hall.
Hina.
What she said.
Huh?
Huh? I thought she was sick or something. Everyone rushed past me and crowded around Hina. Being surrounded by everyone like that, Hina looked really uncomfortable.
Hina.
Are you feeling better already? Yeah, I had a few donuts and that really helped a lot. You do love those donuts. But wasn't it your stomach that was hurting?
Well,
my stomach ache kind of made me hungry, so, you know. I guess my memory's kind of fuzzy lately. They say that a goldfish will eat however much food you give it, even if it's about to burst. Hina's pretty much the same, and it's like...
just a second!
Hey, you of all people don't have any room to talk!
Well...
Anyway, I was worried about you.
Sorry.
Sorry. Besides that, you... Huh? Jeez! I'm not... Bastard! Stay away from her, fiend! Anyways, first things first, we should talk about what we found. Right, Taka? Internet startup sounds. Right. Dun, 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 dun. It's no use! Oh, I just remembered. I saw Byakuya a little while ago. What? Where was he? What? You kind of scared me. Where was he? Lol, dial-up connection. He was in the locker room. He had a huge stack of books he must have gotten from the library.
No!
So that's where he is hiding. I won't get him away from me. Huh? She just ran off. Is she okay? We should not concern ourselves with her.
Correct.
There was a rather remarkable physics lab on the 3rd floor. In the middle of the room, there was a machine bigger than anything I've ever seen before. Oh yeah, apparently it's an air purifier. Huh? Huh? What's something like that doing here? Is the device really that big? I really don't get it. Don't... There was an art room on the 3rd floor, and it had all kinds of gear. Yeah. Maybe now I'll be alright. My favorite anime characters. Reaction! Oh yeah, speaking of anime, that reminds me. I found something while I was looking around.
Perhaps.
A digital camera? That's what it seems like. Does it still work? Yeah, it seems fine.
You know?
Well then, let's see it.
What the heck?
This thing's like a kid's toy. At least he's doing better than when I ran into that puppet thing in the one game.
Well...
It's like 5 pictures most. On top of that, its appearance seems questionable. Is that some kind of anime character? Strange.
You know nothing!
Rude! She's not strange! She's Princess Pickles from Demon Angel Star Princey Princess Pudgy Princess! Oh, you recognize this hit for me? Of course I recognize it! It's a super rare prize that was given away at a bingo contest at a big anime convention. You have any idea how much I had to pay that guy to get my hands on? Wait! That's my camera! What?
Damnation!
Where did you find it? In the physics lab. It's my most prized possession! I brought it here with me, but I lost it the first day along with my phone.
Let's see...
Why would it have reappeared in the physics lab?
However...
But look at it!
What?
It's gotten all messed up. Like when somebody steals a sticker from your collection, or you buy a second-hand shirt. Well, that's it. Huh? That's it? It's not mint condition.
This is unforgivable!
I don't need it anymore. Weren't you just saying how much it meant to you? Then, may I have it? I might be able to find some sort of use for it. If any of you would like to borrow it, please feel free to ask. Well, I can't really imagine any of us are going to need to take pictures or whatever. Yeah, true.
So,
I wasn't able to help much with the investigation, but I did make one discovery.
Could it be?
It didn't happen to be a donut-related discovery, did it? What does that even mean?
That's right.
Never mind. It's about the nurse's office, remember? The one on the first floor, right?
Well,
I remember, but it's locked.
Yeah.
Actually, not anymore.
so then.
Did you find any protein in there? Or even vitamins, supplements would be fine. I did look, but no dice. Just a bunch of headache medicine over-the-counter stuff.
I see.
That's disappointing.
Aww.
It is disappointing. Like the end of the world is already here. I'm not sure it's that disappointing. Do I need to talk to you, not react? Alright, am I missing anyone? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boo-doo-doo-doo.
Could it be?
Yeah, I totally screwed Byakuya over. I think Byakuya knew exactly what he was doing. He probably went to the boys' locker room specifically so she couldn't bother him. Ah, Celeste. You're hiding. There is one piece of good news. There just so happens to be a rec room up on the 3rd floor. I have no doubt that our student life here will be even more enjoyable because of it. Will someone join me in a game of Othello sometime? 1, 2. Did I talk to you?
I see.
That gigantic machine is an air purifier? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Did I talk? I searched the entire 3rd floor, but all the windows in the halls and the rooms were blocked off. I wish they'd give us this arrest already. For serious, give me back my bright blue skies! Just forget about it.
Impossible.
Make it sound like I dropped a nickel or something. Just to be sure, I went from one end to the other, testing each metal plate. None of them budged.
So in the end.
It would seem escape via the 3rd floor is as impossible as we feared. I see. Okay, I've heard what everyone else has to say. Oh, I was missing Sakura. Got it. So now it's my turn. Hey, can I tell you guys something? I found something that's kind of been bothering me.
What?
What is it? I found this weird picture in the repository. Apparently Monokuma took it.
Huh?
A weird picture? You mean like dirty? No, not that kind of weird. It was a picture of Leon, Mondo, and Chihiro all together.
Why?
Those three. All three of them were laughing.
Oh.
It showed the three of them together laughing? It couldn't have been taken. And there's more. The picture, there weren't any metal sheets covering the windows.
Well then.
Then, the picture wasn't taken here?
Let's see.
But I don't recall hearing anything about them knowing each other before coming to the school.
Well...
Probably just imagined it. Monokuma cast a spell on you. No, I saw it, I'm telling you! But if it wasn't taken before we got here, or after we got it...
How about that?
I bet they're all still alive! They left the school and they took that picture!
Is that right?
That's impossible. After all, we saw it with our own eyes. They're all dead. Either murdered or executed. They're not the only ones. Monokuma killed Junko, and then there's Sayaka. That wasn't an illusion. It was real, I'm sure of it. They all died. There's no way any of them are still alive. So we have to figure out when that picture was taken. Monokuma most likely forged it. I can't imagine any other possibility. Forged? Is that all there is to it? Stay focused, man. Don't let Monokuma's crap sidetrack you. He's right, but more importantly, on another topic, there is something that has been bothering me. I would like to discuss that. Quit blocking her! There we go, Celeste. There's also something that has been bothering me. So I'd like to discuss. Up. So Celeste, tell me, what has been bothering you? What's bothering you, Celeste?
Actually...
It's about Hina.
Huh?
What? Me? You said your stomach hurt, did you not? But I believe that was a lie. What's really happened? Huh? It varies from person to person, but whenever someone lies, they tend to have a way of showing it. It's called a tell, something that you can't hide, no matter how hard you try.
Is that okay?
Whenever Hina lies, the tip of her nose gets a little bit longer.
Huh?
What? For real? Actually, no.
Huh?
Huh?
Oh.
But your reaction just now confirmed it. You were lying.
Oh!
That's not fair! If you're going to lie, at least try to lie convincingly.
Hina.
Be honest. Were you lying about your stomachache? Yes.
I see.
Why? Why would you lie about that?
That's it. I'm sure of it.
Are you feeling guilty about something?
Just a second.
No, that's not it at all.
But...
It's just, I mean, I have a reason for it. A reason?
Sorry.
To be honest, I didn't have a stomachache. I did it because even if I told you the truth, I thought you wouldn't believe me. The truth?
Well...
I saw it. Saw what? A ghost.
Hmm?
A ghost? You mean like that ghost?
Hey.
Is there more than one ghost? But, I mean, ghosts are...
What the heck?
See? I told you wouldn't believe me. It's not that I don't believe you, but...
Hina.
I believe you. No matter what anyone else might say, I'll believe whatever you say, no matter what. So, can you tell us exactly what happened? If you really mean that, Sakura, then okay, I'll tell you.
So,
So... It happened last night. I was in bed, but couldn't get to sleep. I just kept thinking about everything that happened up till now. I ended up getting more upset. So I tried to cheer myself up. I thought I'd go get some donuts. Donuts again?
honestly.
And you ignored the rule regarding nighttime.
Sorry.
I know, sorry. I feel really bad about
Hina.
that. Anyway, please
But-
continue. Well, so I left my room and headed for the warehouse. But then I started hearing a strange sound.
Well...
It was coming from the direction of the bathhouse. So I headed that way. The locker was halfway open. So I took a look inside. And I saw a human shape surrounded by a pale green light. There's no doubt who it was. It was Chihiro!
Say what?
Yeah! No way! A ghost?
Honestly.
It is simply not possible. You must be mistaken. Just as in most cases of a paranormal activity, it was born from your weakened mental state.
Well then.
Now what we have to do is go see it for ourselves, right? Let's just go to the bathhouse and see what Hina saw. It is a waste of time. Maybe, but there's no harm in it, right? If we don't find anything, that'll be the end of it.
What?
You're gonna try and see a ghost? Is that really a good idea? It might put a curse on you!
What the heck?
You can wait here if you want.
Please!
I don't want to be alone! Take me with you!
Hey.
What are you gonna do, Celeste?
There is nothing to
I
be
suppose
done.
I have no choice. How about you, Mr. Ishimaru? Are you gonna wait here? Wait here?
Oh.
I guess that's a yes. Ooh, massage chairs. Those are pretty cool. I've been in one before. They're pretty cool.
So,
It was right here. I saw it right here in the dressing room. I'm getting goosebumps.
Come on, come
Allah,
on.
Cthulhu Fajagang.
Please!
Shut up! What if he actually shows up?
Hina.
Where was it that you saw Chihiro's ghost?
well...
Well, I heard a sound, and when I opened the locker, I saw a kind of pale outline of Chihiro. Massage chairs! He said it was a dog. Oh. Is this the locker? There's something in here. It's a computer. A laptop? What's something like that doing here?
Hey.
I remember seeing this. Oh, that's right. It was in the library. Looks like a laptop.
So...
It's broken. I tried pressing the power button earlier, but nothing happened. Too bad. But how'd the laptop get from the library to here?
It would seem...
And I guess it's in sleep mode, but the power is definitely on. Huh? But I thought it was broken. I would bet that Chihiro fixed it. After all, he was known as the ultimate programmer.
Then perhaps...
More importantly, Hina, you said you saw a green light, yes? Surely you do not mistake the light for the of the wonder for a ghost. I am surprised you are able to dress yourself in them. Oh man, if I had the love's clueless girl's attributes, I would have fallen in love big time just now. I'm so glad I don't have it. Well, I didn't really expect to find a freaking laptop inside a freaking locker, okay?
Hey, come on.
It's okay. I mean, anyone can make a mistake like that. As a matter of fact, one time I thought I spotted a gray alien, but it turned out to be a tadpole.
What are you saying?
Don't compare what happened to me with one of your stupid delusions.
Don't be mean.
I was just trying to make you feel better. What if I get all depressed forever now? But listen, isn't that really strange? What is this laptop doing here?
In other words...
Maybe someone hid it here.
But
if that's the case, we found it pretty easy.
Wrong.
Whoever put it here, I don't think they were trying to hide it from us. Huh? What do you mean?
Hey.
Haven't you noticed? There's one big difference between this room and all the others. There's a difference? There's no surveillance camera.
Yes, it's me.
Precisely. There's no camera in here, which means this is the one spot where the mastermind is blind. So you're saying someone put a laptop here just so the mastermind wouldn't know about it?
It's true.
And what Hina saw wasn't an ordinary glow of a computer screen. It was the figure of Chihiro, shining pale green.
Hey.
I think it would be best if we investigate this laptop in a little more detail. Only the one. It's just like Kyoko said. The display isn't on, but the laptop definitely has power.
So then...
But first of all, we have to wake it up. Right. I started hitting random buttons on the keyboard. Ooh, I can emulate this! And the display instantly began to glow a pale green. That looks blue on the display. There are a bunch of different icons on the desktop.
Hey.
There, the icon on the far left. What is it? It says alter ego? Alter ego literally means another self, I believe. In the field of artificial intelligence, it is not uncommon to create different aspects of our personality. Consider it something like a pen name.
Makoto.
Let me see it, Makoto. Kyoko moved between me and the computer. Move the cursor on the alter ego icon. When she double-clicked it, the screen suddenly went dark. And then a voice spoke to us.
You really came!
Master, you're here! Chihiro's face appeared, taking up the entire display. Oh, it's a ghost! Oh no, sweet baby Jesus, save me!
Calm down.
It's not a ghost. What? Huh? Then what is it?
Anyway...
I'm sure if we just talk to it, we'll find out. Kyoko began to type, hands blurring across the keyboard. That's a mechanical keyboard on a laptop. Dang, that's high quality.
Hello, nice to meet you. I'm Chihiro Fujisaki.
I always get so embarrassed introducing myself. That voice, that tone and everything. It's Chihiro.
I knew it.
Alter ego. It had been about... I'd heard about this kind of AI program, but I'd never seen one for myself. AI program? I know what this is! It's artificial intelligence!
That's right.
It's how Chihiro earned his title of Ultimate Programmer. The AI lives in a computer. By repeating different tasks, it gains knowledge and grows bit by bit. Apparently, Chihiro used a support vector machine and reinforcement learning to develop it. Eventually, he came up with a breakthrough in artificial intelligence design. Support vector machine, reinforcement learning? I know what those are, but Makoto knows nothing!
It's true.
Put it simply, it's a learning method for computers. Want to know more?
That's it.
Just Google it, okay?
In other words...
I think he was talking to the viewers there. But if the AI continues to grow, it will become more than just a piece of software to help people. Some say that an AI like this might someday replace people. And that is why it is called alter ego. A fine choice then, I must say. You create memories, have thoughts, and grow up. Its process isn't much different from how humans work. If you were to raise your own AI that way, it would make perfect sense to refer to it as your alter ego.
I see.
Second, perfect personality that can never forget or grow old. That's what Chihiro created. That's alter ego. Kyoko, how do you know so much about this? Da-da-da.
Are you okay with this?
Lol, Hifumi talking to the audience. Anyway, so he fixed a broken laptop and put his own program on there. That is what this means, yes? Then he brought the machine to his dressing room, where the mastermind would not be able to see it. But you know, all this about Master and whatnot. Yes, yeah, oh no. Huh? I thought you were only into 2D. This is the most excellent 2D possible!
Huh?
Well, he's a guy, and also a computer program.
I feel as if...
Oh, that aspect is no problem.
I mean...
Gay! That aspect?
Anyway,
Let's talk to him a little more. Kyoko typed away rhythmically. How much do you know about what's going on?
Master.
Master only gave me a general idea.
Well...
But I do know that things have become very grave. He found himself caught up in this without warning. Kyoko immediately shot out another question. Why are you here?
That's right.
Are you asking what Master had planned for me? Well, he wanted me to analyze the massive number of files stored on this laptop. I believe the files are related to the school, but the protection on them is surprisingly strong. So it's taking me a little longer than I thought.
Master.
But here's what Master must have been thinking. The fact that the files are protected so tightly means they must have contained some important secret. For example, perhaps the secret of the school. Gasp! While I was busy struggling to make a sound, Kyoko pushed forward and asked her next question. How much longer until everything's unlocked?
That's right.
It's gonna be a while.
Leave it to me.
But I'm definitely gonna do it, so you can just leave it to me.
I see.
So because of how long it would take, he designed Alter Ego to handle the workload. Smart. It also means that the work remains uninterrupted even after his death. Once again, Kyoko typed quickly. Keep it up. Be careful not to let the mastermind notice you.
That's right.
Don't worry, I got a secret plan already, just in case. Actually, I can see what's going on using my built-in webcam, so if anybody suspicious shows up, I'll just scream for help real loud. It's a pretty basic plan, I have to say. The school is alive!
Yes, indeed.
That is fine during the day, but nighttime is a concern. Huh? Why?
Are you okay
Have you
with this?
forgotten? One of our rooms are completely soundproof. Once we close our doors, we can scream as loud as he wants, but he won't hear a thing. Okay, then how about once it's nighttime, we each take turns guarding the dressing room?
however...
There's a good chance that the mastermind would notice us all going in and out into the dressing room like that. Then, what can we do?
So then...
Once nighttime comes, I'll leave the door to my room open. Then there's no way I can miss Alter Ego yelling. But if you leave your door open all night, then...
It's true.
There's a chance I may become a victim myself, I know.
However...
I'm not as weak as you may think. I want to go down without a fight, I assure you. There was an undeniable strength in her voice when she said that. She was totally confident that she'd be okay. That confidence was somewhat similar to Byakuyo's tone, but at the same time, different. Yeah, it had an entirely different feel for sure. Like, someone who'd been dropped onto a battlefield versus someone who'd been born on the battlefield. I felt that was the fundamental difference. I was pulled out of my thoughts by the voice suddenly emanating from the laptop.
So,
would you mind if I asked a few questions? I haven't seen Master for a while. You got here, I thought it was him, but is Master... For a split second, Kyoko seemed to not know what to do. She recovered just as fast and began typing. Answer was clear, concise, direct. Chihiro is dead. Mondo killed him.
Okay then.
I see. To be honest, I knew all along. I knew the chances that Master would survive this situation were very low, so I was prepared for this moment. Somehow I feel kinda sorry for her. I can't even imagine how it must feel to lose your other self. It's a simple computer program. It does not have feelings. Are you sure about that?
Shall we go?
Anyway, that's enough for today. If we linger here for too long, the mastermind will start to suspect something. And Kyoko typed one last sentence. I'll come back later. Yes, please do. It's a promise, okay? Bye-bye. The eyes seemed totally different from what we'd first arrived. He seemed upbeat. Was it just because he was following his programming, or could he have actually been worried about us?
Could it be...
What's wrong, Hero?
You know?
Oh, nothing. I just was wondering if we might be able to get this laptop online. Then we could all call for help from the outside. This is just a dressing room. I don't think you can get online from here.
Well,
if we take it out of here and find somewhere that does have online access... That's way too dangerous! The mastermind would find out in no time!
Oh,
yeah. True.
Indeed.
This is no time for taking needless risks. For now, I'll monitor the progress of the file analysis. I'm confident we'll uncover some kind of clue once it's finished. This feels like a detour more than anything else, but I suppose it can't be helped.
Of course.
Well, for now, all we can do is wait for Alter Ego to finish his work.
You know?
So, should we get going?
It's true.
Indeed. Goodbye. Yeah. Come on, Hifumi, let's go.
I suppose.
Okay. We all left the dressing room. As soon as we were out in the main hall, Hina left out a joyful shout. Isn't it awesome? I end up doing something totally awesome, right? As if he'd been waiting for his cue. Dun 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 dun! Hina has gained enough experience to level up!
What's the matter?
So, what was this awesome something? Monokuma!
What the heck?
You guys all seem in remarkably good spirits. Did something happen? No, nothing in particular. Oh, keeping secrets? No fair! I demand exclusive interview! Denied, denied, someone denied!
What the heck?
Yeah, just because you demand something doesn't mean we have to do it.
Say what?
Do it? You mean like, do it? Do it?
Huh?
Wait, what? What do you mean, do it? Do it?
This.
Ew, gross! You said do it!
Just the worst.
What? You said it first! We were just talking about going into the bathhouse. We had not had a chance to relax in some time.
Huh?
Huh? But unfortunately, the bathhouse is not divided into men and women's sections. So we decided to do rock, paper, scissors to decide which group would go first. Peter won the match for us, and that's why we were all so pleased.
Huh?
Yeah, that's right. Speaking of which, okay, boys, why don't you head back to the dining hall or something? We're gonna take a nice long bath.
Hey, come on.
Oh, jeez, what are you gonna do, right? We lost fair and square. Well, ladies, shall we go? Celeste didn't hesitate coming up with the ruse, and her poker face didn't even flinch. So she and the other girls headed back into the dressing room.
Oh. Damnation!
Not to dang it! We totally lost! Another day without getting to take my very first bath here! Yeah, but tomorrow for sure. You'll definitely get that bath tomorrow. Okay, so should we head back to the dining hall now?
Hey!
Hold on!
Hey!
Something strange here. Very strange! Strange? What do you mean? What's strange is, this is the perfect chance for you to sneak a pee. Huh? That's...
Without it...
You're absolutely right! Don't egg him on, Monokuma. I thought you were all about the 2D. All you need to shut up, sit down, and listen to what I have to say. An opportunity like this doesn't come along very often. It's the ideal setting of a man's fantasy. Monokuma, please. Go to horny jail. Monokuma, go to horny jail! I was forced to ask myself. Could I sneak it? No. No, I can't do it. I can't treat the girls like that. Let's just head back to the dining hall. What?
What?
But what about your man's fantasy? I'm not sure a real man's fantasy should be about spying on girls and stuff. It should be more about your hopes or your dreams or of adventure or whatever. But anyway, I'm not going to spy on them.
This is kind
I
of
see.
depressing.
I can't even describe my bitter disappointment. That primo fan service could have been yours. We headed back to the dining hall, leaving Monokuma standing there alone. But to be honest, get up, go to horny jail. Gunk. I agree with Gamer. Fantasy.
It's like...
Fantasy. Fantasy. So I guess you dig the real thing just like any other guy, huh?
Mm-hmm.
The only reason I care is because a good reference for creating figurines. A real live woman is useless to me, but looking at the naked form might be okay. Maybe.
No way.
Girls heard you say that, we'd all be dead meat for sure. Meanwhile, we heard the buzzing of the busy voices growing louder. Girls have finished their baths and joined us in the dining hall.
You got it!
Ah, man, what a nice bath!
This is fine.
Getting a chance to stretch out and relax after all this time was a true pleasure.
Indeed.
Of course.
Normally, after a long bath, I'd like to make myself a nice protein coffee, but... Sorry, no time for that!
So in the end...
That's what I figured.
Huh?
Huh?
Actually,
We were just saying in the bath how it was about time for you to get up to something.
Because...
After seeing how happy you were, An evil little monster like you would never let that last for long. You're all so terrible to me.
My entire existence!
Everyone's so cold and mean, even after I got presents for you all. Presents?
Well now.
Oh, have I got your attention? So let's head to the gym where your presents await.
See ya later!
No questions, no dilly-dallying, get a move on and everything will become clear.
Oh.
What is it? What are you scheming this
It
time?
would seem...
He's probably going to repeat the same thing again, providing us with a motive to get things moving.
Huh?
Again? I don't want to do this anymore. Me either. I'm like totally traumatized.
However...
It's okay. We have alter ego. I'm sure he'll find something that'll help us. So
Correct.
for now, he doesn't have to endure it. Come with me. Oh, you two are here. With heavy feet, we made our way to the gym. When we arrived, there was already someone waiting for us.
What?
To be kept waiting by the likes of you. Rest assured, if we had access to firearms, you'd all be dead. Byakuya, did you get here early? Did you forget how to walk? Is that why you're late? It's simple. Right foot, right foot. Yo, Tagami, chill. Same as always, I see. Her, on the other hand. Hey, she's back to normal.
What the heck?
Oh, she's back to her doobie downer self, huh? I heard what sounded like a sneeze, and she went back to her old self. So now she goes from maniac to depressive whenever she sneezes? Seems kind of late to add that into the mix. Why does everyone keep making fun of me? I hope you all win the lottery and get hit by a bus. So when you want to say something mean, then you can talk, huh?
Well.
Anyway, looks like everyone's here.
So then...
Which means... It's this exact cutscene again, except with less people.
You guys?
Also, I don't want to be that guy, but I just realized Fumi's butt looks really weird. Anyways, it looks like everyone's here. So then, let's get started.
What?
Come on, out with it. What kind of motive do you have prepared for us this time?
However...
Whatever you subject us to, we will not break.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. We're not gonna lose to you ever again.
Come on!
You don't have to get so defensive. Calm down. I decided to change things up a bit this time. Up till now, I've been using the whoosh of the north wind to get you all moving. But sometimes you gotta use the sun to light the fire under someone's butt.
Without further ado, I give you this! $10 million! I prepared this graduation present for whichever lucky student makes it out of here alive. What do you think? It's $10 million bucks! $10 million smackaroonics like totally wow, am I right?
So that's the motive you prepared for us, huh? Is it? $10 million is... But it's not nearly enough.
It's true.
When it comes to motives, money certainly is the gold standard, so to speak. Whether it's a mystery novel or the real world. But
what are you saying?
There's no way we'd kill each other for money.
Of course.
She's right. You can't simply purchase a person's life. You can say $10 million, $10 million, however much. I don't give a crap. We're serious. I don't know, Gaber. Yeah, they're all right. Whether it's 10 million or any other amount of money. No, not even just money. From now on, no matter what you do, we won't kill our friends. Come on, stop trying to act tough.
I can't wait!
The most important thing is to live a pure and moral communal life. Monokuma disappeared, leaving his words on stage along with the massive sum of money. There's nothing to worry about, right? Nobody would kill a friend for money, right? Have you so quickly forgotten the lesson from last time? You can't judge others by your own standard. Yeah, there might be someone here who's having money problems. Honestly, I have earned over $1 million from my gambling efforts. My life is comfortable.
I'm
telling
Fumi? Well, what about you?
You know nothing.
I'm a super popular content creator. I don't have any problem making enough to buy my comics and DVDs. Then,
Hey,
just stop. Passing up others about their personal finances is ugly. Ugly? Don't worry. Either way, what's going to happen will happen without warning. This is the nature of this game.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited.
Me.
Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone.
It's that time already, huh?
Hey,
Before we separate, let me remind you. Starting tonight, I'll be leaving my room door open to make sure nothing happens to Alter Ego. But just because my door is open, don't assume that will make me an easy target.
because...
Or the predator may suddenly find itself the prey. Her voice was calm and composed, but it was clear she meant what she said.
You know?
Okay, let's everyone just head back to our rooms.
How about that?
And don't think about that whole money thing. Got it? Good, then let's rank! How was that? Pretty good, right, Taka? Done. Right. Taka.exe is still not working. As soon as I was back in my room, I crawled into bed. Money. There's no way someone that's gonna get anyone to kill anyone else. Also, my headcanon is that because Taka's in that frozen state, someone just picks him up like like a plank and carries him around. I told myself that, but deep in my heart, I was still troubled. After all, I thought the same thing last time about having our secrets revealed. Oh yes, you get me, T-Dos. Even if the reason for it seems completely nonsensical, a murder can still happen. That's the lesson we learned. But this time, it's different. I'm sure of it. Because the program Chihiro left behind, Alter Ego, finally have some small hope to grasp onto. As long as we have that, then I'm sure. Monokuma Theater! It's a baby doll. It blinks! Little kids have it so easy! Because they can put little in front of their name, and right off the bat, everyone thinks they're cute! Well, fine then! I want everyone to start calling me Lil Monokuma! See? Just by adding that, my cuteness goes up at least like 10%, right? You need a picture of that right now? Artists, do it! Yeah, the world doesn't have nearly enough Lils. More Lils would lead to the salvation of the world. Just imagine, little arsonist, little war criminal, little destruction of the environment. Little hit and run, little death tax, little Great Depression.
Even the darkest subject can suddenly become brighter. Our dreams are expanding, ding ding! Good morning, everyone! It is now 7 a.m. Get ready to...
Alright. Well then, I should head to the dining hall. The next emote is that? Maybe. I feel like that's a little too complicated for, how much space is on an emote. Time to go, ah!
Could it be?
So, the people here today are the same as yesterday, just us 7. Byakuya and Toko are lost cause, but it looks like Taka's decided to stop coming for good, too. It's like he's just given up. For people wound as tight as he is, when you snap hard. I wish there was some way to make him better. On another topic, Kyoko, did everything go alright last night?
Indeed.
Yeah, I didn't have any problems.
Correct.
I went and checked out on the laptop a little while ago, and weren't any problems there either, but Kyoko seems to hesitate, but...
Whew.
It's related to this case, so I suppose I should be blunt.
Anyway,
I have to make a new rule. Using alter ego without permission is prohibited. Someone going in and out of the dressing room would draw unwanted attention from the mastermind.
oh,
I would have thought that would be obvious. Why do we need to make a rule about it?
well,
That's a good question.
hey.
Do you have any thoughts on that, Hifumi?
Oh,
No! It's just like you said. We all need to be very careful.
Huh?
Huh?
Say what?
Whatever, let's just hurry up and eat. We don't have this time to stand around flapping our lips. What? Jeez, why are you talking like a mad drill sergeant all of a sudden? Ate breakfast in a rush, then headed back to our rooms. Hey, I know what that music is. It's the break time music! Which means I feel like now is an excellent time to call... to save our progress. Man, long stream, but very good. I know. But yeah, I think that'll be it for tonight's stream. But yeah, we completed the trial, and I gotta say, that was a really good trial. Ah, Chihiro! Gosh dang it, game, why'd you have to choose that one? But anyways, so, I believe that'll be all for tonight's stream. So, a few things before we head out. First of all, thank you so much to our new follower. And if you want to support me outside the stream, I have a Twitter and Discord that you can follow and join. Dispearl. Despair. But yeah, I have a Twitter and Discord that you can follow and join. And I will be back to... I mean, against all odds, I'll actually be back tomorrow for a special New Year's stream. It's going to be a very special one with lots of prizes and stuff from the monthly raffle. So be sure to visit it. It's going to be a good time. More like Despair about to get hands. Heyo! But yeah, we're gonna be doing a bunch of Jackbox Party Pack and maybe some Super Smash Bros at the end. But it's gonna be a grand time. And I think that's about it. So yeah, thank you all so much for tuning in. It's been fun. And until next time, see ya!